Hello, good evening, and welcome to Try Not to Die Thursday, where I'm playing some Oxygen Not Included and continuing my struggle, and it is a struggle, to get out of the mid-game, or at least to get to a different phase of the mid-game. I am very comfortably situated where I am in this mid-game, but I want to reach endgame. So, yeah, part of that is I am attempting to make some hydrogen. Because I want to use it as a cooling system, actually. So what I'm doing here is I'm attempting to make some hydrogen. So that I can feed it into one or more of my anti-entropy thermonullifiers, which I'm going to be setting up as well, so that I can use that to cool down the incredible amount of crude oil that I have down here, before I turn that into petroleum. And then, I need to cool the petroleum before I make that into plastic, which I would also very much like to cool. So, there are plans. My plans have plans. But, certain things need to start happening. Now, back to where I was before. Up here. No, not there. Here. With what is going to start to be my oxygen production, once I get this all together and stuff. So, what was I still connecting here? Let's find out. Okay, power is a thing. Not have to worry about that, because it is also cooling some water here. Which is why this plumbing isn't connected. And... yes. Yes. This needed to be connected in here. So, let me grab my gas pipes. And that goes in there. And then this goes in there. And, I'm gonna bring this out down here for now, and I will start figuring out the rest later. Now, this one is separating out hydrogen, yes. This one is separating out oxygen, yes. These guys are not detecting anything at the moment, which is fine. Actually, I believe it is time to lock this door. Now, the main question here is whether one pump is enough, or whether I should put in a second one. Power-wise, I would really like to stick with one pump. Hopefully it will be enough. So, an airlock goes here, and an airlock goes here. Because this chambre is cleaned out of debris, and so is this one and that one. Okay, lock that door. Turn that into tile. Let's... like that. Lock that door too. Whoop, nope, not that button. This button. And yeah, like that. This is mainly for convenience, not for anything else, but convenience is convenient. And we'd like for them to be going in and out of here as little as possible, so let's get this stuff swept up. I'm not going to lock this door, but I would really like for them to not use it. So currently what's going on here is I'm cooling down some water because this water is just way too hot. So I'm using these Wheezeworts to cool down the water, and I'm storing it up in here. Speaking of, yeah, more babies. Wrangle them babies. Speaking of, oh, you've laid another egg. So we're gonna take this. Going to set that for smooth hatch egg. And then dump that out. That means that there's 2 of them in there, which means I need to make another smooth hatch chamber, unless you are extremely aged. Nope, you are not. So I want to make another one of these chambers like this here. Although not as big. Maybe as big? Well, what I'll do is put a door and a drop-off. And a feeder. And a grooming station. And a pickup. And immediately we have a problem. I can't do it that way. Okay, great. Okay, so I need to have a hallway. So yeah, that has to go like that. Door. Drop off. Feeder. Grooming station. Pickup. Size check. That's 18. 18's enough, right? Where's my room? There we go. Okay, ranch. Minimum size 12. Okay. This one's gonna be a little bit cramped. I have room for like one more of these chambers, so you'd better not have too many more eggs, boyo. Okay. We'll get them working on that, because I still got to wait on the water cooling over here. This is definitely not enough water to run the system on, so... Patience is virtue, or so they tell me. And also, there is more construction here, so... Alright, deconstruct these. We do not need these anymore. I do still need to figure out where I'm going to put the oxygen vents in my base. It's best to put them low, but where the heck do I have space? I mean, I suppose I have a gap like right here. I definitely should have more than one vent in here, though. But yeah, I have a gap here that I can use. I really need to decide which drywall to use for my ranches. It's getting a little odd. What drywalls do I have at this point? I feel kind of like using one of the checkerboard ones, but should I use the orange, the yellow, or the pink? mean, I could use 2 of them because I'm farming Dreco and I'm farming hatches. Because I'm gonna give the smooth hatches and the stone hatches the same background. It's, that is for definite. Okay, well, let's give the hatches an orange background. Oh no, this way is so much worse than the first way I did it. Oh no. That. Like that. And like that. And we'll give the Drecos a yellow background, just because. Like so. And the minor manufacturing realm, I'm gonna give them this crimson because I'm cruel like that. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Drywall is important. Mostly it demarcates my base really nicely. Okay, copy these settings to there. Copy these settings to there. Did I not ask for this to be dug out? Alright, copy these settings there. Okay. We good. And we'll just put a... remove the debris from here, please. Work has begun on the drywall. Excellent. Let's put in a sweep request here before too much stuff falls through that airlock. And there are more babies. Are there more than 2 babies? I can't tell. a little... We're a little lower on food than I like, but it looks like we are in progress on some food. What do I have on order? Nothing. Still nothing. Okay, let's make some pepper bread, because looks like I have quite a bit of pinchy pepper nut. I'll make like 15 of those. This used to be full of carbon dioxide, but I have no idea what happened to all of it. Actually, it's possible it's not so visible because of the drywall. Speaking of drywall, there should be a chunk right here. Oh, that doesn't count as unoccupied space. Okay, fine. Amari is keeping themselves very busy, and I love that for me. Okay, the carbon dioxide thing seems to be going okay. We're starting to get something resembling a nice amount of crude oil. You! What are you doing down there? How dare you? I hear stoof. Okay, I have 12 dupes, which is what I was set up for, so I don't need any more dupes. So we're gonna take the squash fries. Which we are, yes, we are allowing those to be put in the fridge. Perfect. Oh, and I should check our noob. Where is our noob? Otto! You have a skill point? You do not. Yeah, we really want Otto to be a critter rancher here. The crop tending is the more important one, which is why Otto was selected. But we also want them to put a foot into critter ranching. So we'll see what happens when they actually get a skill point. Okay, so now it's just waiting for water to cool. Let's see here. You are sending a red signal because the water is still just a little too warm. Okay, how are we doing here? 29.6 degrees, perfect. 33. Yeah, 33 is a little more than we want to have in there, but we're working on it. And in here it's 42.3, so we're getting there. We're getting there. As we're trying to passively cool it a little bit with this Wheezewort here, seeing how that works. Okay, getting the drywall installed here. We have one too many Drekos in this particular pen now that that baby is hatched. Okay, let's see here. You are 67. You are 75. Goodbye. Okay, everything here is going as it should. Still got a good amount of water stored up for the glorious fish tank. I'm gonna leave it at this number of fish. I think that this is the right number of fish. How y'all feeling? Stay still a little. You're idle, you're wild, you're satisfied. Okay, this is the correct amount of fish. I had too many fish before, and they stopped having babies, and then I lost all my fish. And yes, there is natural gas just sort of drifting around in my base because the hermit turned out to be flatulent. And there's nothing I can do about that. Too many babies! Why are there so many babies? Well, okay. I gotta stop looking at that and go back to thinking about vents. I think I'm gonna put one into, like, here. Since this is the lowest gap that I have, that's not my carbon dioxide space. So the fun part is going to be running a pipe to this. I'm gonna have to come over the top, I think. Which is gonna be a pain because of this double floor here. I really want a second vent somewhere, but the question is, where? Like, the kitchen has a space, but with all the way the pipes are around the kitchen, it's no good. I think what I'm going to have to do is expand this chamber so that it's part of the base. So we're going to do this in the keep the air clean way. So we'll just request a wall here. Okay, request some wrangling of babies. Could y'all build this block, please? I mean, I know you have to go around the long way, but so okay, there we go. Then we'll request another bit there, and then we will deconstruct this and deconstruct this. Now the deconstruction will probably happen faster than the wall building, simply because the deconstruction is inside the base. Oh. Oh. I am gonna have to reroute this oxygen pipe. We need to bring it out into the ladder. Across here. And then into here. Okay. So there needs to be a bridge here. Oh, no, wait, that's... If I'm going to put a vent like in here, I need to be able to come through here. So it should actually come out here and go in there. And then like that. Yeah, like that. And I'm just gonna keep an eye on it while it's being constructed. That is spectacular. Okay, this elbow right here has to go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And very little oxygen was wasted. Okay. Okay, and then this last little nubbin. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And then deconstruct and deconstruct. And we'll put the gas vent here. There ought to be more than two, but I can't figure out where to put a third one, so that's not going to be happening. Okay, back into the ventilation view. I want both of these to be attached to the same line. So need to have a bridge here. And that pipe connects there. You know what? I think this one's gonna have to like go down and across, which is ridiculous, but you know, spaghetti is spaghetti. So this goes like this. And then the pipe goes along here. And then the bridge goes like this. And like that. Now, my array is over here. Which means I need to cross this oxygen line somewhere. Probably here. Yeah, it's gonna have to be there. So if I send this up this way and this way, no, not that way, this way, and across here. And like this. And up here. And across here. And across here. And down here, like that. It is done. I still don't have a hydrogen connection. Because that's even more complicated, to be honest. But that will be the base oxygen line. Yeah. And once I get this all into production, I'll be able to turn off some of my algae oxygen machines. New printables are available. Oh, so they are. Does Otto have a skill point? Otto has a skill point! You know what, Otto? I want to be able to take advantage of you already knowing the super hard digging, so you're actually going to learn some hard digging in this particular level up, and we'll get back to the crop tending once you have a point again. Okay, let's see. We have an Ellie, a Nicola, a Steve, and some bristleberries. We'll take the bristleberries, because I do not need another dupe. I have the maximum number of dupes that I am set up for currently. Why are there always more babies? Honestly, when you're keeping these guys in ideal conditions, the amount of eggs they produce is absolutely insane. Okay. How are we doing up here? Problem box. You're still at 40. Less problem box. You're at 32. Nice box. 29. What is your problem? Temperature. It's hilarious to me that I'm getting the glossy Drecos. How much does a shearing station, how much space does a shearing station take up? The main problem is they won't regrow their scales without hydrogen. And I definitely have not set this up for regrowing of scales because all I wanted was the natural source of phosphorite. So, yeah. But yeah, things are happening, things are going on, the mid-game continues. I'm beginning to wonder if we have reached the point. Like, I don't know how many we have in here, but we might have too many to be delivering babies there. No, no. No, it's just that lots of babies are hatching. Okay. Lyra, why do you insist upon taking the route that has no air? Ah, well. Problems for Foxwines that will never be me. Okay. One more tile there, and I will have fixed the mistakes that I made in this room. Like, I need the bomb lilies to grow, but I accidentally dropped the chlorine too low. That was a mistake. That was my mistake. There. Okay, we have pushed the chlorine as high as we can now. Alright. How are things going over here? Not there, here. Construction is ongoing. Still not enough water though. We need to process more water before this is. Also, I'm tired of looking at this puddle. Somebody do something about it. Yeah, this is 53 degrees. 52 degrees. 61 degrees. So it is cooling just by being outside of the tank. But yeah. See, the main thing here is that I have... Shy Cat, hello! Welcome back to the stream. But yeah, my research has progressed as far as I can take it without going to space. And I need plastic to go to space. Actually, you know what? There's a couple of things that I can still research without going to space, but everything here, I can't do a thing about it because, well, I need stuff from space. So, you know what? Let's put the research over there. Put my lovely research chamber to actual use. See, I have the virtual planetarium, I just don't have the chips to feed it. Yeah, Ruby is quite fast. So we should have those last 2 blocks of research before too long. I only feel slightly bad for not noticing. But yeah, we definitely need another farmer. No idea about any of this. Well, this is a very complicated management game at its roots. Basically, the idea you're given this asteroid, which is procedurally generated, so it has random things in it, and you make a life for your little dupes in there. Keep them alive, make oxygen for them, make food for them, and all that, and work your way towards a win condition, of which there are 2 in the current game. The one I have done before. It's Home Sweet Home. Survive 200 cycles, which is basically 200 days, which I have definitely done. Maintain a morale of 16. Print 12 duplicates. 12 is what I have running around here. And build a great monument. The one, I have completed that one before. The one that I was going for was Breach the Temporal Tear, which is to build a spaceship. Whoop! To build a spaceship and then launch it out into the void. However, at the moment, I can't actually launch a spaceship into the void because I can't complete my research. And I can't complete my research until I get my hands on some plastics and some steel. Now, steel production, I have a thing set up for it, but my water's too hot, so I've been working on cooling that down with that system. But up here, this machine right here will make steel for me, eventually. And that's glorious. But I can't really do anything with that until I cool down my water, which is what I'm working on here. These boxes are dumping into this system. These are Weezeworts. They're basically cacti that breathe cold air, and they are cooling the water inside the pipes. And then when the water is cool enough, the automated system dumps it back into the tank and pulls another set of water, and eventually all 3 of these tanks will be the appropriate temperature. That's the plan. And these are my glorious bathrooms. I have this whole thing set up in shifts. So basically, I never need more than 3 bathrooms. I never need more than 3 showers. It sort of saves me on space and stuff. Eventually, once I have plastics, I will be able to start replacing these little barracks that 3 people share with individual bedrooms. But once again, that is a thing that I need plastics for, and I have no plastics. And what I'm working on over here, these machines will take water and turn it into oxygen and hydrogen. So oxygen is what my little dupes breathe, and to some extent are critters. Don't worry about these guys. So that's going to be pumped into the base for them to breathe, so that hopefully I will be going through less algae using the oxygen diffusers. And will also produce hydrogen, which I can then pump the hydrogen into one of these anti-entropy thermal nullifiers and use that to cool down, whoop, downward, 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 down, 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 down. So then I will use the thermal nullifier, which is like it's a special kind of refrigerator, but I can take this crude oil, which is currently sitting at a temperature of 110.6 degrees Celsius, and cool it down so that I can turn it into petroleum, and then cool down the petroleum in order to make plastic out of it, and then hopefully cool down the plastic enough that it won't overheat my base, using it around the base and to build things. And we've completed research on the bottle drainer. So we now have one of those. I personally feel that we didn't actually need that, but, you know, in the name of finishing out the tree. Now, there was one more block that I hadn't finished. Ah, yes. The gas canister drainer. Now, that one can actually be useful. And I'm ashamed that I didn't research it until now. Because I've had the ability to pump things into, like, I can put things into canisters and empty the canisters into the world, but this thing makes it so that I can empty canisters into pipes. Good God. Oh yes, it's a complex game. A lot of interconnected systems, a lot of me making spaghetti. If you want to know the shape of fear, we can take my base, this beautiful, beautiful overview of my base, and this is my electrical system. Which, you know, it isn't too bad. But when we start getting into things like the water system, and the spaghetti nightmare that is going on with that, and then the true fear, the biggest fear, my ventilation system. Every pipe here is carrying a different gas. It is spectacular. So it's all about laying things out and not accidentally connecting, say, the natural gas pipe to the oxygen pipe, and fun stuff like that. And I play it on Try Not to Die Thursday because it is actually very easy for these little dupes to die. They get themselves trapped places and they suffocate or they starve or what have you. There have been times in a previous build, they actually patched that out, where you could accidentally build a dupe into a floor or a ceiling and they would just be trapped there. Trapped in the floor, or worse, trapped in the ceiling, like their head trapped in the ceiling. They're suffocating, trapped in the ceiling. They're very stupid. They carry out any task that you put before them to the best of their ability, but they are not smart. Oh good lord, you laid another egg. What are you doing? I tend to use natural solutions as much as I can, which means a lot of critters, and unfortunately that means a lot of critter eggs. Now, there it is, smooth hatch egg. Please bring me a smooth hatch egg. Bring me that smooth hatch egg. How many of these hatch chambers am I going to have to build? Okay, then dump that out because I want it on the floor. Let's wrangle some babies. Now, I do have a whole bunch of the base automated. I don't have it as automated as some other players do, but I do have it so that, like, these hatch, the hatch and the hatchlings, they eat dirt or stone, and they poop out coal, which is the main power source, like, for my everything. These are coal generators that I'm running here. These two generators are running everything in my base. So I have the hatch farms going for the coal. But because of all that, I end up with a lot of extra hatch, which is what the chambers of crawling noises is about. This is where I dump my extra hatchlings. And they just sort of live here forever. Or until they starve, whichever happens first. But right now, I'm just keeping things, maintaining things, just keeping on, while I wait for my waters to cool. Unfortunately, I have no way of speeding that up. That's awful. It's... I'm not a monster. I swear. Okay, let's connect this ladder. I think I may have to destroy this section, but I'm gonna have to do it very carefully. I'm not gonna deal with that right now, though. What I'm gonna do is... These hatch are getting smaller and smaller chambers as I go. Okay, we'll put a door on here. We need a drop-off so that they will drop off the hatch here. And a critter feeder so that they have something to eat. A grooming station so that they are properly looked after. And then a pickup. And then this all goes like this. And like that. Basically, I'm running out of space. So I'm probably going to have to press this chlorine area out of existence, which is going to be real fun. Also, I'm going to have to find a source of algae soon. Well, future Foxwine problems. Alright, and drywall. We're using the orange stuff for the hatch. There. Alright, let's let them build that. Basically, the smooth hatches, like this guy, are special. They eat metal, and they poop out refined metal, which I otherwise can't get because I can't actually run my refinement system right now. So I've been making them their own special little chambers. This guy keeps having eggs. But I think I'm probably going to stop at 5 of them. Just for convenience sake. Which does mean that I should set up another chamber while I'm at this. Yeah, let me do that. Tile. Oh. Okay, this one we're gonna have to do in a special way, so I'm just gonna do like this for now. question is, can or will they build that tile if I do it? I forget if they can reach. We'll find out. But first we have them build the box. The box is the important part to start with. Okay, there we go. I would rather not release chlorine gas into my base. It's just... It is probable that I'm gonna have to do this around from the other side, which is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I would have to come up through here. And generally speaking, I'd prefer not to do that. Bert, what the heck are you doing? Anyway, there are new printables, so... Otto, do you have a skill point yet? No, you do not. Okay, fine. Oh, okay, so I need no more dupes. I am at maximum dupe. So the Steve and the Bubbles, we are not concerned with them. So the question is, squash fries or fried mushrooms? I can turn the fried mushrooms into mushroom wraps. How much lettuce do I have? Hold on a moment. How much lettuce do I have? 15 kilograms! Yeah, we're gonna make some mushroom wraps. So yeah, we'll take the mushrooms. We'll turn them into mushroom wraps. Actually, we have 27 kilograms of mushroom as well, so let's make some fried mushroom of our own. Research complete. We now have the full gas distribution technology. So now all of my research, let me just, yeah, okay. All of my research is complete, except for this stuff, for which I need the planetarium. So, back to this. And we will worry about that in the future. But yeah, mushroom wraps are a more premium food than just fried mushrooms on their own, so that's why I'm using the lettuce to make mushroom wraps. Mia, hello! Welcome back to the stream. So, yep, back to... Okay, one moment here. Copy settings here. Copy settings here. Whoop. Copy settings here. That is the wrong drywall. I'm very disappointed. I'm annoyed at that. How dare y'all build the wrong drywall? Why didn't you tell me this was the wrong drywall before you built it? I will fix the problem. The problem will be fixed. Let's see. Oh, missed a piece there. Pretty sure that's all the drywall. Okay, let's try to get the right drywall this time. We want the orange check. And see, right there, right behind there, there's a piece I missed. Thank you, Mia! I have been working hard at it. Okay, and then... There we go. Now it has the correct drywall. Now, experimentation time. Can they build right here? Unreachable. They cannot. Okay. I'm gonna have to go around to the other side, which is gonna be a pain in the butt. Except I could go up through this algae at least. Yeah, I can go up through the algae. I am in constant need of algae, so let's just go up through that. And we'll just dig it out as we go by. Where is this gonna drop the chlorine to? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Well, let's go like across here. And then up here. Oh, that's too far, but like that. And we'll just cancel this for the moment. Probably will find a use for that later, but basically what I want to do is press this chamber outward without letting any of this chlorine into the base, even by accident. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But yeah, this should result in the smallest possible amount of chlorine just sort of fallen anywhere. Although, you know what? If I just extend this ladder down here, I could probably set up a harvest on these bomb lilies. And as long as I'm at it, I might as well make it on the pinch of peppers as well. Yes, this is a good plan. I like this plan. Chlorine's a little heavy, so actually, you know what? I don't need that chamber too soon. So what I'll do is I will just cancel like that. And that way the chlorine will drop in here instead of hopefully instead of it going out here. This is the only thought I have, okay? Okay, so this one and this one are gold. These two are iron. We're ready for whenever the hatch eggs hatch. Nope, not mop, not mop. Sweep. Solid waste is swept. And you, why do you keep having babies? Why? Speaking of, hey look, it's my first smooth hatch baby. Wrangle them babies, wrangle them all. There are so many babies here. Why are there so many babies? They have babies because they don't have Netflix. I can't give them Netflix. There's no signal. I'm gonna have to start making smooth hatch omelets if this keeps up. Well, I'm kind of inside an asteroid. The satellite signal is non-existent here, Shy. There's no internet, therefore there is no Netflix. Come on, people, wrangle them babies. Them babies need to be wrangled. Remove them from their holding ledge. We seem to be having a power issue over here. What's going on? I don't understand. I'm gonna try not to think about it. The mushrooms are still healthy, and that's all that matters. Yes, wrangle the children. Yes. Oh, it's already begun. Where the coal thingies are? Well, I have my hatch farms up here. I marked them with the orange checks, which is why I was being all, this is the wrong drywall and stuff. So I have 3 hatch farms going here. So 12 stone hatches, and the smooth hatches are in single chambers, which is a little wasteful, but eh. And I have 2 gold chambers and 2 iron chambers for the smooth hatches. And these 2 guys are powering my entire base. Which is why there's the chute here. This leads from the hatch farm. So the auto sweepers are picking up the coal and the eggs from the farms automatically. Oh yeah, the red wires are all happening at the power lines. That is pretty much to be expected because I was lazy and I didn't use the good wiring for this. So awesome at this game. Well, I have to admit I'm a little bit bored at the moment. I have to wait. My metal refining setup, the water is too hot, so I have to wait for the water to cool, which is what's happening over here. And let's see, how are we looking here? 29.7, perfect. 31.3, a little too warm, but okay. 36.8, still a bit too warm, but much closer to usable. We're almost at the point where I can be refining metal without using the hatches again. That's up here. This all is powered by this natural gas. None of this system is hooked into my base. Been so much fun. Well, the water I'm currently cooling with Wheezeworts. These are radiant pipes here. So I have them through here in a pattern so that the Wheezeworts can do their thing. And I have an automatic thermosensor here. And when it senses that the water is below 30 degrees, it turns on this shutoff valve, which dumps it back into the tanks and then pulls another load from this tank. So that's what I have going on here. Like if I pull, please do not scream when you see this, but basically we have the water going through these pipes to be cooled. And then we have this spaghetti nightmare here, which is cycling the water. And these pipes here are the ones that are dealing with the various things going on here. Oh, I forgot that I disconnected this from the pipe, but it was mainly to drop the water out of here back into the system. So once my water is cool again, I will be reconnecting that pipe. This is pretty organized, she says. Oh, not if you actually trace these pipes around. I'm not gonna talk about it though. And I have a second water cooling system set up over here, which is cooling down the water from this cool steam vent. So this water is being cooled through this system. Same, what happens in ONI stays in ONI. Yeah. But yeah, this is the same sort of system as what is cooling my refining water. And I'm storing that up in order to be running these electrolyzers. Partially for the oxygen and partially because I have plans for the hydrogen. But it's all waiting for these two pools of water to cool. By preference, I want to have these 4 tanks full or close to full before I start running the electrolyzers. So we're just waiting for that to run through. Eventually, someday. And then I will get this system up and running. Why do you say you don't have power? Did I not plug you in? I did not plug you in. I am sorry. Okay. Gonna need a little bit of wire right there. And going to have to unlock that door so that they can build that wire. Clarence, hello! It's nice to see you at the stream. New printables. Oh yes, yes I do have new printables. And we're gonna check to see if Otto has a skill point. Otto does not have a skill point. Otto, why do you have no skills? Why? Okay, blueprints. Oh. I guess we're gonna take the nutrient bars. Alright, let's take the nutrient bars. How are we doing on food? Oh, we're doing beautifully on food right now. This fridge is the edibles fridge. This is where the things that they're allowed to eat is. And since that is slightly more than half full, that means that there is way more food than my dupes can currently eat in there. These two fridges are ingredient fridges, so that's fine. But yeah, I should probably be doing something about probably this one is the best one to start using because it's the closest to my setup. I may end up using two of these things, but this one's the closest, so we'll worry about another one at some other point. But yeah, well, first things first, I want to build an airtight box around this whole thing. With a door, like, down here, because hydrogen is light. Alright, Shy. Thank you very much for stopping by the stream. It was nice trying to explain this game to you. I don't know how well I did, but I tried. 1 year. Reach cycle 365.25 with a single colony. We've survived an entire year without the loss of any dupes. Yay! Okay, so let's start with, we'll put a manual airlock right there. And like this. And like this, I think. That's a good start. And build a ladder like this. And like this. And like that. There is method in this madness, I swear. Okay. Basically, I'm building a double layer wall. But certain things have to happen in order for this to work. And actually, now that I think about it, are you kidding me? That's not a deconstructible ladder, that's a demolished ladder? Oh, that's great. Well, we're gonna leave it like this. Basically, I'm gonna try to keep the air in here as thin as possible. So that there's as little, so I don't need to pump out so much. The idea here is that the anti-entropy thermonullifier cools the gases around it. So you feed it hydrogen in order to make it work, but it's also the most efficient gas that I have to cool is also hydrogen. So I want to fill this box with hydrogen in order for the thermonullifier to cool that hydrogen. And I want to run some pipes through here. Now, the main thing... Why is this all showing as unreachable? Why unreachable? Oh. Oh, that's fascinating. How'd I manage to do that? Alright, dig that out. Dig that out. And that will give me access to over here. I'm guessing that some, like, water froze and just ended up blocking everything. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on Liam here to make sure that they don't end up trapping themselves somehow. I don't know how much of this is snow and how much of this isn't. Because I didn't pay attention, darn it. So, yeah, we're gonna start by building this box. And then we're gonna start building the things that are needed for this box. And once we've got the pipes and stuff doing what we want them to, and actually, deconstruct, 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 deconstruct. So yeah, we're going to be building a nice insulated box. And we're going to have appropriate temperature sensors in there eventually. And no, I don't know why they're doing it the way they're doing it, but they are. I also realized that I've put these ladders too high. They're fine for layer 1, but for layer 2, I'm going to need them to be one block down. You had better not be trapped, Bert. I will be very disappointed with you if you're trapped, Bert. Currently, Bert is not trapped, but I have concerns. That's why I'm keeping a close eye on them right now. There. Okay, yep, see, this is why I was keeping an eye. Bert is stuck. Bert is trapped. Bert cannot get out. So we'll just set the priority on this spot that has Bert trapped very, very high. And hopefully somebody will come do something about this real soon. Thank you, Layra. Layra has freed Bert. And see, that is exactly why I was keeping an eye on them. Okay, unless we have a snow incident, they shouldn't be able to trap themselves again. Shouldn't is the operative term here. Slink, hello! It is not RimWorld, it's slightly more sane. I do like you digging deep into your pockets of knowledge to find games that are almost right to quote is what I'm playing, though. I do appreciate that. Okay, we've gotten well beyond the point where any of them can get themselves trapped now. Okay, I wish this bit of ladder to be demolished now, please. We can keep these tiles up here, mainly because I have no use for obsidian and it'll work just as well. Like, I was just planning on putting a layer of regular tiles around, not a double layer of insulated, so it'll be fine. But we do need to get this box solidified, shall we say. Eventually someone will come and demolish this ladder. It is a long way to go, though. But basically, my plan is to use the thermo nullifier here pretty much the same way that I use the Wheezeworts. Just, you know, with less phosphorite. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to run 2 sets of radiant pipes through here. And that way I will be able to run 1 set for crude oil and 1 set for petroleum. But, yeah. First I gotta deal with everything that is happening here. And also, while I'm at it, I'm gonna take this ladder down a notch. And up a notch. I don't think Nails can get themselves trapped putting in the double ladder. But I'm keeping an eye all the same. I do wonder why they're taking so long to build the airlock here, but yeah. Like that. There we go. Okay, I am actually going to ignore this for a little bit, now that I got that started. But first, Otto, do you have a skill point? No, you don't. Okay. Blueprints. Shine nymph egg, fungal spore. I don't know that I need any of those. I mean, I could put 1 more shine nymph in here, but these guys are... I'm not sure what happens if I put a 3rd one in here, to be honest. But I also have no need for the fungal spores because... Oh, I see a mistake I made. Yep, like that. Okay. My amount of LJ is getting a bit low, so I'm gonna have to go on another quest, I think. I won't have to quest very far, though. Although this is not very much algae. This is mostly slime and clay. it's a place to start at least. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Send the ladder across. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like that. And might as well claim this gold while I'm at it. Actually, all the way through to that one bit of slime, because why not? That's a start. I was thinking, oh hey, they've probably got this built now, I can, you know, do the thing, but they ain't got it built now because I didn't actually give them access. I am definitely gonna need more slime and algae and stuff than this, but this is a good start. Now that's gold, so we'll have them dig that as well. Lyra, don't you dare get caught, girl. Oh, that was nearly terrifying. Okay. Okay, they are ready to dig up to that. We have some substantial deposits going on here, so... Okay, let's see here. One, two, three, four. Send a ladder across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Send a ladder across. 2, 3, 4. 4, I said. I don't really want the Abyssalite. I have absolutely no use for Abyssalite, so... 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is going to make such a mess. Where is all that water going? Oh. What was this? Oh, that's a carbon dioxide vent. Oh, I absolutely don't want or need that. Okay, we're fine. We're good. I don't care. Burying the carbon dioxide vent is fine. It's okay. It's no big. This asteroid's going to be practically hollow by the time I'm done. But we're already back up to 7 tons of algae, so we are good. New printables. Does Otto have a skill point? Otto does have a skill point. Otto gets crop tending. Otto gets the crop tending hat. Actually, come to think of it, Otto's priorities do include digging, right? Yes. Although I'm not sure why I have operating and digging at the same level, but it's fine. Okay, and blueprint. Oh, right. I got distracted. I don't need any of this stuff. I guess I'll just take the spores, because I really don't need more shine nymphs. Who knows? I may expand the mushroom farm at some point. Not anytime soon, though. Definitely not enough carbon dioxide in here for another row of mushrooms. Alright. Oh, there's so many babies. Oh boy. Why are there so many babies? So many babies. Oh boy. That is a lot of children. Speaking of, there's another egg in here, and I would like to have words with you. Okay. Okay, critter egg. Smooth hatchling egg. Waiting for the animation. There it goes. Then dump that egg out on the floor. Yes, that's right. Remove the children. I am definitely gonna need chamber number 5, and I'm really gonna have to debate about having chamber number 6. You know, it probably would be good if I had 6, because then I could have 3 gold and 3 iron. Yeah. They're so busy getting the easy stuff that they're not getting on this hatch construction. I think what I'll do is nudge priority a little bit. Don't y'all get yourselves stuck now. Keeping a close eye on my children. I don't think it's possible for it to completely fill this chamber simply because these pockets have nowhere to escape. But it's fine. I'm ending up with more abyssalite than I really want, though. I wish I had a use for abyssalite. I really do. But yeah, we need to get to work over here. I have many smooth hatch eggs, and not enough to do with them. You, how dare you not be wrangled? Okay, Ren is not the one I want to be keeping an eye on. Who is working on this? We're awaiting delivery. Who's bringing me my granite? Is it you, Bert? It's you, Bert. Guys, what are you doing? Why were you... I did not like that. It is good that we are following the priority here, for the most part. At some point I may have to mine out this phosphorite because I do have constant need of phosphorite now that I'm farming Wheezeworts. But once again, problems for future Foxwine. Come on, come on. Do. We're good, everything's good. My water is still cooling, my smooth hatches are smooth. And eventually this will get done. Okay, how is the water situation going? Problem tank is 32. Oh, we're starting to look much better. And this is 30. And this is 30. Oh, this is very good. I'm going to be able to start processing steel again soon. Good. This is what I like to see. The water just moving. Speaking of the water just moving, how are we doing over here? Ooh, we're nearly half full. You know, if I just push this ladder straight up, yeah, you know what? That seems perfect. That seems perfect. Let's push this ladder straight up. And that will directly connect this area with this area, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to pump my crude oil so far. wonder how much I could automate the system. Like, could I fill bottles and then move the bottles? Let's have a look at the... Industrial ingredient. Nope. Liquefiable. Nope. Manufactured. Medicine. Metal ore. Miscellaneous. Raw mineral. Non-standard. Sublimators. Like, if I could... If I could, like, pump the oil into bottles, and then conveyor... and then, like, use the conveyor belt to move the bottles to another location, empty the bottles into tanks, and then process there. That will save me a lot of pipes full of oil. The main question is whether or not I can ship bottles, and I'm not sure. Because honestly, I don't think I can ship bottles. Like, if I was able to ship bottles of water, that would mean I'd be able to ship bottles of oil. But... But yeah, if I were able to ship bottles, they would show on the list. Because I produce plenty of bottles of polluted water or clean water that the system knows they exist. So I can't send bottles, which means I am going to have to send pipes full of liquid. So I'm gonna need to be able to run pipes from down here to up here without running them through my base. New printables. And blueprints. Okay, we got frilly charcoal socks. Thick, soft, dark gray socks with extra flounce. And basic purple pants. A clean pair of purple pants that go with everything. Still don't know how to use those things, but man, I like having them. Okay, new printables. Otto? Otto, do you have a skill point? No. No, you don't. Sure, another Oxyfern. Why not? Why not indeed? Okay, so I don't even know what I have in here. Deconstruct all of those. I'm not going to put another airflow tile in here. I'm tired of that. So we'll just deconstruct those. We will continue to wrangle the babies. Okay, farm tile right there. Solid tile there. Put those back to 5. Run all of this up to 7. Also, don't bother with taking that out. I don't care. Go, little dupes, go! Well, somebody's really happy. Good, good. Progress. I like progress. Progress is good. We just need to get this wall built. Like, we only have to bring this one out by a couple of notches. So, this one's going to be the easy one. This one's going to be the time-consuming one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that'll be all of them. Might as well put doors on these while I'm at it. I should check the food situation. How are our fridges? Ooh, food fridge is getting low. Alright. What ingredients do we have the most of? We have a lot of sleet wheat. Let's see. Some mushrooms. A respectable amount of lettuce. Oh, some bristleberries. Stuffed berry needs pinch of peppermint and gristleberry. Okay. Is there any pincha in here? Oh, there's 19 kilograms of pincha. Okay. We will make a bunch of gristleberry then. And turn those into the stuffed berries. Copy, paste. Wrangle some more children. Patience is a virtue, patience is a virtue, patience is a virtue, or so they keep telling me. I think that's all the babies currently. I think Amari is asleep right now. No, nobody's asleep right now. Where's my cook? Also, who's stressed out right now? Oh, Bert. Probably because of allergies. Sorry, Bert. Okay, Amari makes a bunch of these gristleberries. Did you just eat my gristleberries? Am I not making the right thing? Like this, I'm making gristleberry. I don't understand why they're not counting. That's very strange. Am I out of natural gas? Oh, that's definitely not the problem. Well, I don't understand. Okay. Deconstruct those. Construct that. nudge the priority. Oh boy. Thanks for starting on that, Bert. Love your balloon. Actually, come to think of it, has George learned everything that I wanted him to learn? Yeah, George has. George is good. George is fine. George is doing everything necessary. Otto is the one that we're still paying some attention to. Okay, that's hilarious. Why would you do it like that? What is the point? We'll see how well this works. Perfect. Okay. This time I'm starting with the drywall. Like so. And then critter drop off. Critter feeder. Grooming station. Critter pickup. Okay, copy settings here. This one is... Okay, this is a gold machine. So that'll make 3 golds. And that makes this one my 3rd iron room. Copy, copy. Okay, now we're ready. You, how dare you not be wrangled? Kinda wish there was a way to automate the wrangling, but no. And the whole game pauses because it's day. Sleep is a lie! Oh no, Shy! I'm happy to see you back, but also, girl, why you back? Don't have work tomorrow. I mean, that's good, but also sleep? I hear sleep is good for people. Tried to sleep for an hour. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you didn't try. I'm just concerned that it didn't happen for you. That's all. This is not an accusation. This is concern. I really want all this stuff. I wonder what's the best way to get all that stuff without accidentally attaching this side to that side. Gotten past being concerned about insomnia because worry is bad for trying to sleep. While that is true, oh, you know what? I made a mistake. We should be like this. Because that way I actually get to recover my materials. We're having fun! I'm keeping myself occupied while I wait for my water. Not me babysitting these things one at a time. No, never. I literally have nothing better to do right now. Cannot think right now. Oh. Well, that means that the esoteric things I'm doing are even more esoteric to you than they would normally be. But basically right now I'm making special rooms for my smooth hatches. And I see another smooth hatch egg here. Why? Why? Why do you all keep having children? I'm not ready for the children that we do have. There was more than one egg. Oh no. We need this egg to go into the box. Please, someone come get my egg. Okay, somebody came and got the egg. Onto the floor with them. Can eggs be repurposed? I could. I can. Over here in the kitchen, I do have an egg cracker here. And if I crack the eggs, then I can turn them into, I can turn them into souffle pancakes. Or mushroom quiche. I can also turn them into mushroom quiche. Although first I have to have omelets. Can I make omelets? I don't know how to make omelets. I do not appear to have omelets on my list here. Let's see here. It's made by the electric grill. Okay. This is an electric grill. Stuffed berry, mushroom wrap, surf and turf, pepper. Oh wait, that's the fried mushroom bristleberry souffle pancakes, pickled meal, barbecue, paco filet, frost bun. No omelet. Omelet is not on the list. But souffle pancakes are good anyway, so I would just make souffle pancakes because I constantly have too much sweet wheat. Speaking of food, I definitely do not have enough food. Well, I have both barbecue and seafood right now. I could make some surf and turf, but that would be counterproductive to what I am attempting to do. If I make some frost buns, I could make some frost burgers, though. I do have quite a bit of barbecue. And this is soul food. Okay, this is a good idea. All right. We're gonna make some frost buns. We're gonna make like 20 frost buns, and we're going to attempt to make 20 frost burgers out of them. We'll see how this works. Go, Mima, go! Because the prepared food fridge is a lot lower than I like it to be. So... I should probably cook up some more mushrooms too, because I have some more mushroom wraps on order. And I definitely have the mushrooms, I'm pretty sure. having one dupe cook for all 12 of them may be the bad idea. Pickles? Oh yeah, the pickled meal. I can do that, but it's not very good. It's not very good food, to be perfectly honest. Do you have a skill point, Otto? No? Okay, thanks. Oh. I have absolutely no use for a Joya Seed. I have too many dupes who are allergic to stuff. Off you go! Reject all! Okay, as soon as our cook finishes their sleep schedule... I just like typing the things I like. Ah, yes, yes. So, yeah, my massive surplus of eggs could become, food. But my preference... My preference is to let them hatch so that they become meat. 'Cause meat good. Okay, one more layer of wall here, and I will be ready to turn this into my final smooth hatch chamber. Okay, let's keep an eye on the amount of food here, because I can't trust the calorie count up here. It is counting everything that's edible, which includes many of the ingredients. Like the mushrooms are edible raw, the meat, like a lettuce, like all of the stuff that is, like, I have counted as ingredients, except for the pinch of peppernut and the sleep wheat. All of the stuff I have stored in this fridge can be eaten raw. Not with very much enjoyment, though, and with an increased chance of food poisoning. And there's also my emergency food, which, down here, I have a box full of nutrient bar and muckroot, which will keep dupes alive, but is disgusting. So... I really need to have Amari cook more, because we accumulate ingredients. So I have the emergency food down there because that stuff doesn't spoil, and it was taking up a lot of space in my refrigerator, which it didn't need because it never spoils. Muckroot and nutrient bars never rot, so they don't need to be kept in a fridge. So the idea is to keep this fridge nice and stocked because this is the good food that makes people happy to eat it. And keeps the stress down in my colony, because if the dupes get really stressed out, they start having very negative behaviors. Imagine eating stuff that never rots. Couldn't be me. Totally couldn't. Yeah. No, it never happens. But yeah, Amari is going to be kept very busy for a bit, just making frost buns. But since there's better food than frost buns in there, like there's a bunch of mushroom wraps, so the dupes will definitely go for the mushroom wraps before they go for the frost buns. And for the stuffed berries. So the frost buns should stay nice and fresh in the fridge until it's time to make burgers. Burgers for everyone! Yeah, I'm keeping a tank of fish here, so we have a constant cycle of fish meat. These guys, when they die, we attempt to claim the meat before they eat it. And generally speaking, I try to keep this fridge at least half full. But it doesn't need to be more than approximately half full. Okay. We are nearly ready to set up this chamber. Hello, baby. Get wrangled. Not another smooth hatch egg. Smooth hatch egg. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that done been delivered. Okay. Time to get this going. Orange drywall. Critter drop off. Critter feeder. Grooming station. Critter pickup. I really don't want to live in a world where I have more than 6 smooth hatches. I mean, it would be great to have like 3 whole farms of them the way I do of these hatches, but oh man, the amount of metal. Okay, copy setting. Copy setting. Come on. There we go. All right. And then take this, copy the settings over to that, and we are set up. 6 smooth hatch chambers, 3 gold, 3 iron. And wrangle some more babies. Okay, let's check on the water situation. How are we doing in the hot tank? 29! Wait. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, we are good here. Which means I can start making steel again! Yes! Yes! You just go right in there. Thank you. Once we get this reconnected, then I can start making steel again because the water is the right temperature. Rabbit and Topic. Push down and turn caps are way more annoying than the pinch and turn ones. Oh yeah. Well, the trick with the push down and turn caps is actually to do it with your palm. Rather than with your fingers. Is take a firm grip of the bottle in one hand and use the palm of your other hand on the lid to push down and turn. Just closed the lid too tightly. It was hard. Oh, well, see, I can't help with that. Okay, so what I've been doing is turning iron ore to iron with the smooth hatches, which actually means I have some iron to turn into steel. Not a lot, but I have some. So someone will come up here and will make me some steel. And then we'll let the water cool. Delivered iron, delivered lime, delivered what? Refined carbon. Actually, how much refined carbon do I have? Hold on a moment. Do I need to make more carbon? I think I need to make some more carbon. I do not have a lot. Let's just... Let's just consume some coal and turn that into carbon for steel purposes. I'm keeping an eye on this. Because if the water is going to become a problem, this is when the water is going to become a problem. We appear to be doing what we're supposed to do, though. Go, Nails! Run my test for me! I'm not cooling the water enough. That's going up to 70. It's going up to 80? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I need to cool the water to less than 30. We're gonna take this down to 20. Excuse you. No, the thing is happening again. Oh man, I thought for sure that cooling it down to 30 would be enough, but it's not enough. Oh dear. Apparently, I should have done more math. Let's see. Okay, overheat temperature for gold is 50. What is this? Oh, of course, the steel I can't make. I need to be able to make steel so that I can make the pipes that can take the heat. But that means that I need to figure out what temperature the water needs to be so that it's under 50 when it comes out of the refinery. I'm not sure if 20 is low enough. That water is at 102. It went in at 39.3. 28, 28, 29. Why is it going in so hot? Why is it going in so hot, Lieutenant Dan? Is 20 going to be low enough? I'm worried that 20 is not going to be low enough. What if... What if even lower? How did this get so hot getting here? I think I'm gonna need another Wheezewort. Nails, I honestly thought you were coming up here to mop. Why are you standing knee-deep in the hot water? Okay, I can't sever this pipe again until I get this cleaned up, which is annoying me. Every time I experiment, I'm losing water. This is gonna take a long time to get down to 15. This is such a waste of gold. Okay, I have some steel. I don't know if I have enough steel, but I have some steel. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make the water cooler. We're going to replace this whole pipe with steel. Oh man, my tiny, tiny amounts of steel. How is the water getting so hot? Just getting there. Like, yes, this is a warm-ish zone. But it shouldn't be that warm, you know? How did it gain nearly 10 degrees just on that one trip? It's 32 there. That's the wire. It's 39 here. How is it doing that? How is it doing that? Why is it doing that? I'd apologize, Liam, but... I need the steel to move my crude. Ay, 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 ay. Liam is just going to be mopping forever because more water just keeps ending up on that tile. Oh, no, wait. Liam escaped from the trap. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna check the new printables and whether or not Otto has a skill point, which he does not. And then I will take my break, darn it. Oh, more pip eggs. No, no thank you. No, that's fine. Okay, we're just gonna reject a lot of this. This is a situation in here, and I do not wish to, yeah, it's crowded in here. Crowded and cramped. I kind of need to reduce the number of critters in here. Speaking of, how are my Dreco farms going? Oh, that's a situation. Okay, let's see. Well, no. This one is 94 years old. And so is this one. Huh. 0.7. 0.2. Okay, off you go. We're dispatching this Dreco for the sake of the colony. Okay, what is the problem here? Body temperature. Okay, are you too hot or too cold? You're too warm. Do I have another Wheezewort seed? The problem is the smooth Drecos. They're warmer than the regular Drecos. Where are my seeds? Actually, how many smooth hatching eggs do I have? 3! Yay! Okay. Seeds. Liquefiable, liquid, manufactured, medicine, metal or miscellaneous, organic. Seeds. Okay. 0! I have 0 wart seeds. Okay, I need one more Wheezewort seed. Didn't I say I was gonna go on my break? Okay, this is the area that I am harvesting my sleet wheat in, which is fun. So, not from there. Have I broken into this one? Actually, I have not. Okay, I have broken into this one, though. We'll send a ladder to there. And actually, no, don't bother with that. Okay, and uproot that Wheezewort so I can have its seed. And yeah, like that. And I want this one's seed as well. There we go. Okay. Once I have claimed those Wheezeworts, then we'll do some things. Alright, and I'm going to keep an eye on this situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a nice little manual save here. And I am going to take my break here. I'm going to refill my drink, probably run a few ads, take a quick bio break, and I will be back in just a few minutes to continue dealing with, I don't want to call this putting out fires, but bringing the heat down. So, I will be back in just a few minutes.